Hi everybody, how you doing? More Rhapsody here, and I'd like to start out this video with a little story about my youngest sister's wedding. I was a bridesmaid in the wedding, and it was funny because I didn't realize it, but my dad pointed out. He says, when all of you walked down the aisle towards the front, he says to me that I was the only one smiling. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever people stare at me, I eat it up, I just love the attention for some reason, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, so the wedding. I think it was in the early 1990s. And, the music back then was fabulous. She loved the music back then, and I did too. I was in college at the time. And so she was just, she just had graduated high school, and she was working. And so anyway, they had this wedding, and at the reception, the oddest thing happened to me. So we're sitting, my family members and I were sitting at the table together. And I was sitting with my siblings. And after dinner, the music started and everyone started a party, dancing and whatnot, And I didn't feel like dancing. And you all well know that I have a history of dancing. I love dancing on my videos. I love dancing, just keeping a beat, rhythms, just once in a while when I'm doing kitchen work or vacuuming or something like that, I keep a beat to stay happy, especially now that I'm getting older in my years. So anyway, back to the story. So I'm sitting at the table, and after dinner, I find everybody just leaves. I don't know. Everyone had a place to go and people to see and people to talk to. But not me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just sat there at an empty table by myself, and I'm fine. Listening to the music, thinking about the past, and thinking about all those things that my sister had and is trying for, of which I gave up a long time ago. So, at that point, I look at the dance floor, and this handsome blonde man is walking up to me. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking straight at me, and he walks up to me, and he holds his arm out with his hand up as he comes up to me, as if to say, "You want to dance?" And I said, "Get away from me. Do you mind? You're going to get me off this chair? No. If there's anywhere in my life I want to be right now, it's on this chair. Not with you." I mean, really. If I was to dance with him, what would be the next step? Cooking him a steak? God. So, he kind of shook a little bit, and he walked away. And I was watching him walk away, and in the midst of that, he turned around and gave me the dirtiest, nastiest look I ever had in my life. Oh my God. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what? Did he lose a bet with his friends? Go see. I'll bet you $10 if you can get her up. Dance. And then what? What would he do then? Leave me alone? Oh, forget it. Forget it. So, yeah, that was the story I wanted to tell you. It's been the story of my life, being left flat, you know. So now that it's 12 midnight on August 14th, 2025, I thought I'd record this because it's fresh in my mind. And, you know, if I waited a day, it wouldn't have been as expressive as it is for me now. So I hope you like the story. Okay, be right back. That's a book display I had at my local library. I wrote like 20 books, Kindle and paperback. These are the paperback books that I had displayed in my library. Okay, here's a fair that I set up a station to sell my book, the Coffee Clutch book. And on the left side is my mother. She's clapping for me because my sister took the picture and I was so happy. I sold 3 books in like 6 hours. Isn't that cool? Sorry for the shaking. Okay, hi. How you doing? More Rhapsody here again. I'm gonna entertain you taking out my garbage pails. Why? You may ask. Cause I'm a taxpayer. And you know, I really can't rely on anybody else to do it. So I do it myself, doing it right by myself. Okay, so here we go, folks. Here we go. There's the pail, and there's the gate. And I don't have a choice but to use my walker. Okay, so I'll show you how a disabled woman has to do this. Woo. Okay, the gate open. All right. Got wheels, so I could use it as a walker. Okay, get my walker again. Hi, I'm back. Oh God, oh God, can you see me? Oh. Okay, let me just shut this. Oh boy. See, I really have trouble walking. But I got my trusty walker that has a seat. Okay, you know, let me tell you a short story here. Right now it's Sunday afternoon, August 10th. Last Sunday, I was in so much pain I couldn't really move the pails. The 2 of them had to go out. So I could only put out 1. So I asked my sister before she came home from work. Well, as she came home from work, when she pulls up to take out the other one. Well, as normal, she forgot. She didn't do it. I don't know why. And I didn't know until Monday morning when the 1 pail was out there empty and the other pail was full. So I called her up in the morning and I said, what happened last night? You didn't take out the pail. And she says, oh, I forgot. And I said, how could you forget? I reminded you when you got home last night to do it. She goes, well, I was tired. And I said, oh, okay. Are we on third base right now? because I have no idea. Oh my gosh. That's why I do it myself, because, you know, they forget. I guess she's just so busy, you know, my sister. She has a job and everything. And my other sister can't even walk, you know. She's worse off than I am. So I do it myself. Okay, I hope you like this. I enjoy it, you know, just as long as it's okay, you know, for me to get around with the walker, you know. Okay, I'll see you later. See you later. Paka, paka.